Hello and welcome to Playing Cards Tarot. Today's reading will be about what your soul is destined for, or what is the destiny for your soul. We have 3 piles to choose from, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take your time to choose your pile and we'll get started. Alright, pile 1, let's see what your card says. The Knight of Cups. So I get the sense that you're a wanderer. Your soul is a wanderer. Your soul is someone who likes to travel or likes to move from place to place often. Your soul does this often when you're asleep. It likes to travel to other realms, and your astral body likes to travel around a lot, and it likes to travel around to different vibrational places as well. Your soul is also a dreamer, so it likes to imagine or take the time to daydream. There's a sense of taking time to nurture or to develop the imagination. So your soul is one that likes to develop or grow their consciousness through the imagination. You're also someone with a sharp intuition and a sharp sense of what something is. So you may be claircognizant. Let's see what else is there. I'm going to start pulling from the playing cards now. The Two of Wands. I'm getting the sense that your happy place is a place, you're like a homebody. Your happy place is at home. And this is also a place where you can develop your imagination more, is by being at home or being in a place of comfort. That's where you can develop your imagination. And that's where your soul is also developed, through developing the imagination. There's an aspect of wonder as well. It's like your soul likes to take in new experiences with a sense of awe or a sense of wonder. You're not someone who is jaded or who has become bitter or has lost that sense of childlike wonder when it comes to experiencing the world. You still have that childlike wonder. You still appreciate the world with these pair of eyes that see almost like optimistically. You see the world like in an optimistic sense. Let's pull another card and see what is the destiny for your soul. Okay, the Nine of Swords. So the destiny for your soul is to become a healer. You are someone who helps other people purge their negative energy, or you help them through their karmic patterns or karmic cycles, or through the dark night of the soul, and you do it through, and you have this ability, but that's also developed through developing your imagination, or from your experiences wandering from place to place. Let's see what else there is. The Eight of Swords. So you also help people reach clarity. When people are holed in or they have reached a perspective of life where it's really narrowed down and simple-minded or narrow-minded, you come in and you bring clarity and you bring truth and you expand their perspective or you expand their mind. So that's also something alongside healing that your soul is destined for. Let's see what else there is. Okay, this is either the Page or Knight, so we're going to have to flip it and see. Okay, the Page of Pentacles. It feels like at the moment you're still fairly young, so it feels like you're probably under your 30s. You're not yet 30, and it feels like you're still developing a career or developing financially, and you haven't reached the pinnacle of a financial situation yet. So it says that it will take some time for you to reach your destiny. So it'll take some time before you become a healer or a clarity bringer. And let's see, I think this is because you still have a lot to develop in your imagination, but let's see why. Okay, this is the Four of Wands. Okay, that's the Four of Wands. And there's a sense of a sanctuary. Like you have to be at home, or you have to develop the home in order to have a safe space for your imagination or for your soul to grow. Like you have to develop the home, like maybe maybe it has to do with making the home a place of safety and of comfort. But I'm going to pull a card to see what exactly it is about developing the home. Okay. Three of Wands. Before I continue with the Three of Wands, though, if you notice here, there's a backwards counting situation going on. So we have 9, and then there's 8, and then we have 4, and there's 3. So what that says is that there's a movement towards the soul purpose of your soul, or there's a movement towards the core of who you are through developing the imagination. Let's see what your soul purpose is. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Ace of Swords is about the mind. It looks like your soul purpose is about honing the consciousness to be a master of vibrations. So you're honing your consciousness to, your soul's purpose is to be a master of traveling vibrations. So going back to the Three of Wands, so how the home aspect is social. So you're developing your soul through. So your home is a place of hosting events or parties or gatherings, and that makes it a sanctuary, not just for you, but for other people as well. Let's see what else there is. The Six of Cups. Your soul is also destined for transmuting sorrow into healthier or more high vibrational emotions. And this is like, the ability to transmute comes from creativity, and that comes from a well-developed imagination. You also have an anchoring to your childhood. So your childhood is, in a way, this ground or this foundation for you to, how to put this, have the perspective or the sense of wonder or awe that comes with the way that you experience life. So your childhood is an anchor for how you experience life. Right, that's it for a reading. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll watch future videos as well. Alright, now for pile 2, let's see what your card says. The Ten of Wands. Alright. Right off the bat, I'm hearing the word duty. So there's a sense of following your duty or taking responsibility or doing what's right. So your soul seems to be someone that honors duty or traditions. You're someone who upholds rules or the way of things. Like when it comes to tradition, you're someone who you're someone who shows to other people or to society the steps of tradition. You're someone who upholds tradition. You're probably on the more conservative side, but you're someone who upholds duty in the face of society, and that shows other people the significance of tradition or the significance of duty and doing things, doing the right thing and taking that responsibility. I'm going to pull from playing cards now. Okay, so we have a major arcana. That's what the Joker card represents. I'm going to pull another card to see which major arcana this is. Okay, this is either the Lovers or the Tower. We're going to have to flip it to see which one it is. Okay, so the Tower. So you are someone who, in the face of chaos or in the face of things crumbling or breaking down, you stand firm to your values and you stand firm, and that changes the aftermath of this crumbling or this falling apart. And instead of being unable to cope with it, people now can cope with it. People now have like for example, I'm seeing like an earthquake, for instance, and the houses have like been shaken apart or broken down, and you are someone who comes in and because of you, because of what your actions you take and what you say and do, people aren't so traumatized by this experience that they can't move on or they don't know what to do. Instead, they're able to cope with the emergency situation, and they're able to have a head on their shoulders and be able to take on the next task that this emergency calls for instead of losing their heads. So that's who you are. That's what I'm getting for who you are. Let's see if there's anything else. All right, the Ten of Swords. So it looks like you're someone who bounces back from defeat really easily. Defeat just does not get to you. How do I put this? Like when you have, like the way, when you face defeat, it's like it takes a lot to bring you down. And even when you are down, it's like you're still alive. Your heart is still beating and you still manage to stand up even though you have all this against you. Let's see what else. Let's see what the destiny for your soul is. So the Queen of Swords. There's a lot of sword energy. There's a lot of air energy. This says that you're pretty active in your mind. Like your mind pings from like A to Z to C to F to G. It's like your thoughts are constantly moving and they're constantly pinging back and forth. All right, so the Queen of Swords. There's this maturity in you, and your soul's destiny is about, there's a sense of maturity, but it's kind of vague. So I'm going to pull another card to see what this is about. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a relationship, a maturity in relationship to religion or to God or to some sort of belief of a supreme higher being. I think this ties back to being dutiful and being and upholding tradition in the Ten of Wands. It's like your soul is maturing to a degree. Your soul is about maturing in your beliefs, in your upholding of tradition and your sense of duty, it's this maturity regarding those things, and in relation to a superior, a belief of a supreme higher being. There's this maturity there. That's what the destiny for your soul is. Let's see if I can get a little more clarity. So this is the Four of Swords. There's a sense of knowledge about the unknown, or about mysteries, or about like things like life or death, or things that are profound, or things that have this mystery to them, where people don't really know what's going on, like about death, for instance. There's this maturity about this knowledge where you know, where your mind is not necessarily that you know, but it's a place where your mind is open, where it's open and it's like clear cognizance, where the knowledge just filters in. It's a maturity where you're mature in being able to be open to the knowledge of these mysteries, or the knowledge of these harder to grasp topics. So that's it for this reading. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll tune in for future readings. Alright, now pile 3, let's see what your card says. Oh, Justice. Alright. I'm getting the sense that in this lifetime, your soul is heavily aligned with karma, the universal karma. So the universe's flow, the universe's energy, where it's like world karma, where the collective consciousness sends out energy, and then that energy is responded. The energy responds back. You're very attuned, and you're really connected to that. So your life has been shaped by societal karma and universal karma. You may notice in your life that certain things that happen in society for some reason impact your life in some sort of a way. Like, for instance, whatever happens in society, or worldwide, you notice that somehow it gets reflected in your own personal life as well. So like, if there was a car crash on the news, let's say, then you would notice that you'd also be in a position where you almost go into a car crash, because that karma is reflected, and because of how aligned you are to universal karma, the reflected result ends up in your life as well. Alright, let's see what the playing cards say. That was complicated to explain. I hope I explained it well. This is either the Knight or the Page of Cups. We're going to have to flip this to see what it is. Okay, the Page of Cups. All Alright, so it feels like the destiny of your soul is to have a child. And to live nearby water. There's two things. One is to have a child, and the other one is to live nearby water. If you're thinking of starting a family, the answer for that would be definitely go ahead and do it, because that's what your soul is destined for. Let's see what else there is. Oh, the Nine of Swords. This came up in pile 1 as well. I feel like your destiny is to go through dark nights of the soul that have to do with the vibrations of the universe. So the universe might move through certain eras, or through certain cycles, as the universe in the universe as a whole. And your soul moves through dark nights of the soul that match up with these eras, or these universal consciousness developments. So your life lessons have to do with the universal growth of consciousness. For instance, the universe right now is moving through an era of technological development, and our consciousness is going to be shaped by that development in a certain way. And you'll find that in your dark night of the soul, it has something to do with technological developments, and your life lessons have to do with how your consciousness's growth through technological developments. It's like that. It's like where the universe's vibrations are reflected back in your own life. You're just very in tune with the very universe's vibrations and universe's cycles and patterns of growth. Let's see what else there is. The King of Pentacles. You are very connected to Earth, the element of Earth. And it feels like your destiny is to raise this connection to a point where the element of Earth is transmuted into a higher pinnacle version of the element of Earth. It feels like your soul does that. Like it transmutes it, well, not for every element, but just for the element of Earth. It's meant to transmute the element into an element, kind of like a new element, or at least like the pinnacle of the Earth element. And it's not like you're going to transform and bring in a totally new element to existence, but it's more so your connection to Earth has been raised to such a vibration where your connection to Earth isn't so much a connection to Earth anymore, but a connection to this higher vibrational pinnacle of Earth. Let's see what else there is. So this is either the Knight or the Page of Swords. Okay, that's the Page of Swords. We got 2 pages here. So with these 2 pages, it feels like you're an eternal student. Like your soul embodies this energy where it takes in new energy constantly. And while taking in new energy, it takes in new knowledge and more wisdom constantly. So your soul is like, their soul is like an open door. It just constantly invites in new energies, which is probably a little bit problematic because you're an empath as well, and you're so sensitive to taking in new energy that when you take in negative energy, it can like literally make you physically sick. So like if you catch a cold or get the flu or something like that, it's because you've let in negative energy. But anyway, so back to the Page of Swords. It feels like your soul's destiny is to be a teacher. So aside from having a child and aside from living by water, by a body of water, your soul's purpose is to observe. Your soul's purpose is to observe and to gather in those new energies and to let in those new energies and to analyze and to compartmentalize them. So that's one of your soul's purpose. And so the destiny for your soul, alongside that purpose, is to teach what you've let in and what you've organized and analyzed and have come to conclusions of, and what you compartmentalize. And yeah, it's to teach. Let's see what else. So what else is there? What is the destiny for your soul? We have the 6 of Swords. Your soul's destiny is to take the disturbances of the mind and to move it to a clearer, calmer state. This is not for others, though. You're not doing this for others, but you're doing this for yourself. You're taking away energies that rock the mind back and forth. So that could be like negative energies. Could also be like old energies or stagnant energies that aren't serving you anymore, that you can't let go of. And it's like creating disturbances in like, it's like the mind is a pool of water. And when there are disturbances, it's like if you set your hand in the pool of water and you are making ripples, and like your hand is representative of the negative energies or old stagnant energies, and what you're destined to do is you're to take the hand out of the water, and the ripples would go away, and the ripples would calm, and your mind is like a calm, serene place again. And like disturbances of the mind lead to things like anxiety or even like mental illness. So if you have mental illness or if you have like a lot of anxiety, that's because there's disturbances of the mind, like the energy the energies need to be purged. Let's see what else there is. Let's pull a final card. Oh, this one popped out fast. Seven of Pentacles. So you are really connected to Earth, the element of Earth. What I'm seeing is that gardening does you well. So if you garden, this would help you with your mind, with your with your disturbances of the mind. So gardening would help purge those energies and would help transmute them and bring you to a place of a calm and steady mind. And in fact, like this this calm and steady state of the mind is like a karmic cycle or like a life lesson. So you would find that you're not going to get over this immediately or soon, but it's like it takes a longer time. It takes like a longer segment of time before you move out of this karmic cycle or this cycle. So if you have mental illness, this isn't going to go away until later on in life or further down the road. It would go away when you're a lot older. That's what I'm getting. Alright, that's the end of this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll tune in for future readings.